Welcome back to our channel. Today we're bringing you a story that will leave you feeling inspired and hopeful. It's the tale of Jack, the last human on Earth, who defied all odds to create a new world from the ruins of the past. This story will take you on a journey of loneliness, despair, and ultimately, hope. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the incredible story of Jack, the last human on Earth. The sun had long set on the world. Darkness had enveloped every corner, every nook and cranny of the planet. Only a few stars still shone above. And in this pitch-black world, there was only one person left, the last human on Earth. His name was Jack, and he had been alone for months. He had watched the world slowly fall apart before his eyes, as humanity collapsed under the weight of its own excesses. Climate change, war, and disease had ravaged the planet, and the few remaining survivors had either fled or succumbed to their fate. But Jack had survived, hidden away in a small bunker in the mountains, stockpiling food and water, and praying for someone, anyone, to come to his aid. But no one came. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and Jack began to lose hope. He had scoured the radio waves, trying to pick up any signs of life, but all he heard was static. He had sent out distress signals, but no one answered. And so he had resigned himself to his fate, the last human on Earth, destined to spend the rest of his days alone. As time passed, Jack's days became routine. He woke up, checked his supplies, and went out to scavenge for food. He collected rainwater, tended to his crops, and tried to fix the occasional mechanical problem in his bunker. He read books, listened to music, and watched old movies, trying to stave off the loneliness that threatened to consume him. But despite his best efforts, Jack could not escape the emptiness of his existence. He missed the sound of human voices, the touch of another person's hand, the warmth of a hug. He missed the laughter of children, the smell of fresh baked bread, and the simple pleasures of a life he had taken for granted. And so Jack began to dream. He dreamed of a world where the sky was blue again, where the air was clean, and where the only sound was the rustle of leaves in the wind. He dreamed of a world where people lived in harmony with nature, where they worked together to build a better future, where they loved and were loved in return. And as he dreamed, Jack realized that he had a choice. He could continue to wallow in his despair, or he could make a difference. He could use his knowledge, his skills, and his resources to try to rebuild the world, to create a new society, a better one. And so Jack began to work. He gathered the seeds of hope, the tools of perseverance, and the wisdom of the ages, and he set out to create a new world. He built farms, schools, and hospitals. He dug wells, laid roads, and constructed homes. He taught himself the basics of medicine, engineering, and agriculture, and he passed on his knowledge to the children who came to him. And as Jack worked, he began to see signs of life. A bird chirped outside his window. A deer grazed in his garden. A stream trickled nearby. And slowly, ever so slowly, Jack's dream began to come true. Years passed, and Jack grew old. He watched as the children he had taught grew up, got married, and had children of their own. He watched as the world he had helped create blossomed and flourished, as the scars of the past faded away. And he knew that his work was done. As he lay in his bed, surrounded by his loved ones, Jack smiled. He knew that he had not been alone, that he had been a part of something greater than himself. He knew that he had made a difference, that he had given the world a second chance. And as he closed his eyes,